What is up, Bat Family? Welcome to Batman Theory. Today we're going to be doing Batman comic book Cliff Notes. Today we're going to be covering part 1 of Batman: A Death in the Family. So stay tuned, guys. Let's see what we got here, and hope you guys enjoy.
And here we go.
So we start out at a warehouse where Batman and Robin, who is Jason Todd at this time, are staking out a couple of guys. Looks like 8 men. And Robin jumps the gun when Batman wants him to wait for Gordon to arrive. They take out all the men, but Batman's upset, saying that they have even procedures to follow, and that he promised to let Gordon in on the bust as well. He also notes quickly that Robin was almost killed, to which Robin says, all of life's a game anyway. The next morning, Batman and Alfred at Wayne Manor are musing together. Batman's saying that Jason seems to be losing his mind a little bit. Alfred quips that he's noticed some issues with Master Jason himself. Batman quips that perhaps it's because of his parents' death and Jason's trying to come to grips with it. Batman says that perhaps it's time to give Jason a vacation from fighting crime. Jason overhears and is not happy. We then find out once again that Joker escapes his Arkham Asylum once again. He did so by accessing the janitor's closet, finding a way to mix up common household cleaning ingredients to make his lethal laughing gas. We then cut to a random warehouse where Joker and one of his goons are talking. He asks Joker why he's not leaving the country. Joker quips that he's not stupid and he will be leaving for vacation very shortly. We then find out that Alan Moore's The Killing Joke ties in with this comic issue, making it all canon. Barbara Gordon was crippled by Joker shooting her in the abdomen. Joker then shows off that he has his very own cruise missile. Joker then says that he got the missile from a friend who owed him a favor, and then he plans on shipping it to the Middle East, and that nobody knows it's actually missing, so no one's gonna miss it. Jason takes a walk into Crime Alley. He walks by his parents' old house, with memories of his parents and their death hitting him very hard. We find out that Catherine Todd, Jason's mother's, life was cut short by a disease. Meanwhile, Jason's father was killed by Two-Face because he was just another petty goon. Batman then meets one of Joker's known associates at his apartment. With having Jason on the mind and worrying about him, Batman ends up overcompensating and knocking out the guy too hard. Batman finds a passport and a visa for Lebanon. Meanwhile, Jason has a box of things and he looks at his old family photo. Jason then finds a birth certificate and realizes that his mother, Catherine, was not his real mother. She was a stepmother, in fact. Jason then looks through his archives on the back computer and finds out 3 different women. Charmin Rosen, Shiva Wussin, and Dr. Sheila Haywood, all of them in the Middle East and Africa. Jason then sets out to find them, and in typical Jason fashion, quips about getting to use Bruce's money to finance his little adventure. We then cut to Joker flying a stolen plane from the US military on his way over to the Middle East. We then cut quickly back over to Jason flying first class, who's trying to ask for a rum and coke, gets called out about his age and then orders a coke instead. Batman then finds the note from Jason Todd in the Batcave and sets out to find him. We then cut to Chapter 2 of Part 1 of Death in the Family. Batman's hot on Joker and Jason's tail. He finds Joker's plane and deduces that it's definitely Joker's handiwork. He then realizes Joker's probably selling his weapon to terrorists in Lebanon. Batman also deduces that Jason didn't probably leave the Wayne Manor and leave Robin behind because Batman temporarily curtailed him as Robin. Batman assumes it's because that Jason hasn't adjusted to the death of his parents yet, and he needs time to grieve. Batman radios into Alfred back at home, and Alfred says he's located Jason using computer check-in credit cards that were issued to a runway charge. We then find out that Jason's going around in a rather shady way trying to get information on where Charmin Rosen is, one of the 3 women that could possibly be his mother. Jason then breaks into a government facility in Israel and hacks a computer to find out where she's being held. Bruce, under the guise of a phony Northern Irishman, is trying to locate Joker in a seedy Middle Eastern city. Bruce then locates Jason, who tells him that he's looking for his real mother because his stepmother is dead but not his real mother. Bruce tells Jason that it's not always entirely possible that one of the 3 is in fact his real mother, but Jason tells him he's got a gut feeling about it. Bruce then tells Jason that he'll help him find his mother, but first he needs to deal with Joker, upsetting Jason. But right after that, they actually both find the 2 people they're supposed to be looking for. Peter Brando, the man Bruce is looking for, who might be buying the arms missiles from Joker, is also there with Charmin Rosen, a possible mother candidate for Jason. Realizing that they're on the same case after all, they decide to work together. They tail the 2 of them to Joker's goons, where they decide to, for $1 million, buy the cruise missile. The purchase goes awry when Batman and Robin intervene. When all but 1 men are left, we find out that Charmin Rosen, an Israeli agent, ends up double-crossing her informant and taking down the last of the guys. But Joker couldn't reassemble the warhead correctly, and it ends up blowing up along with Joker's money. After a quick interrogation by Jason, we find out that she is in fact not Jason's mother, and one of the other two must be. Batman then decides to help Jason in his effort. Meanwhile, Joker buys a ticket to Ethiopia. So that's the end of part 1 of 4 for Batman: A Death in the Family. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Look forward to making part 2, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great day and stay safe.